be honest. Some of us want to be aesthetically pleasing, and so that look, I don't know, bro, it just looks weird. It looks cartoonish. YouTube, what's going on with your jawline? Julian here from Jawline Theory. So I want to talk a little bit about steroids, about gear, and something I've actually noticed over the years. Now, I was at the gym the other day and there was this dude, he was super jacked, and despite him being jacked, he was a little shorter. I didn't like his body. I really didn't like the physique, man. And this is something I've noticed with a lot of guys who get on gear. It's not every day I see these guys. Where I live, there are a number of guys who take it, and I can't say I've seen guys who take it and have me sort of like envying their physique. I really don't. Now, you know, if you followed my little channel here for quite some time, I'm 100% natural. There's just something about the roided, enhanced PED look that I don't like, and I think I know what it is. Firstly, if you take steroids, you'll notice that a lot of these guys have this sort of overgrown shoulder development, you know, boulder shoulders, capped delt, huge traps, thicker neck, chest out to here, which I guess some of those guys like. I particularly don't like that look. You know, I really don't. I think it's too inflated. It distorts your body. I think it has a lot to do with those androgen receptors that are located in your traps, right here, your shoulders, your upper chest. So when these guys do testosterone, the testosterone really sort of finds its way in this region, giving these guys this sort of look. And a lot of these dudes, bro, when they're walking in the gym, they love that look. They have that hulking look. I freaking hate it. I just think it's overblown. And tell you the truth, I don't think women like that either. Now, these guys probably don't even care about like ladies, but let's be honest. Some of us want to be aesthetically pleasing, and so that look, I don't know, bro, it just looks weird. It looks cartoonish. So one of the things with being a natural bodybuilder, I find, is that there's a ceiling. No matter how hard you train, no matter how many legal, healthy, over-the-counter supplements you take, whether it's glutamine, creatine, protein, you know, maybe some branch chain amino acids, whatever, things that you can get at your local protein shop, there's still going to be a ceiling. You're not going to put on 10 pounds of muscle in like a month. It just doesn't happen. Even if you're eating 5 or 6 meals a day, if you're eating that much, you might put on a little body fat, but you know, not all of it will convert to muscle. So there's this ceiling, and I think that's a good thing, because there is this ceiling, this artificial ceiling. It kind of keeps your proportions in check, which means that you're very unlikely to have those overinflated, cartoon-looking physiques. You know, you're not gonna hit those benchmarks, especially as a natural athlete. No matter how strong you are, no matter how much you bench. There was a time, for instance, when I was 26, I was probably 180 pounds, very lean. I could bench 4 plates for 3 reps. My chest wasn't out to here. It wasn't. I didn't have one of these hulking chests, you know? My shoulders weren't out to here. I had a decent upper body in the sense of like, you know, the V-taper and everything. But that's what I'm talking about, that natural ceiling. You know, my chest wouldn't grow out to here. Despite benching 4 plates. Now, I didn't do that on a regular. That was every now and then. You know, I usually hovered around 3 plates, even 3 plates for 8 to 10 reps. That's pretty good for a natural guy, right? But again, the chest just wasn't out to here, and the shoulders weren't out to here, despite being able to shoulder press 100 pounds, you know, at dumbbells, right? So I'm making this video because I know some of us are considering maybe dabbling with PEDs. To that, I say, just give the natural training a shot. It takes time, be a little patient, give yourself 5 years before your body, 5 to 7 years before your body really starts to look good. You know what I mean? It's a long journey and it's tough. That 5-year period, man, those first 5 years, right? Let's say you start at 20, you become serious about the gym, and let's say 5 years later, you're 25. Those are the years it's really hard. It's tempting. You're gonna see guys who come into the gym, they're gonna blow past you because they're gonna get on gear, and you're gonna be like, man, I'm stuck here. I gain like 1 pound every 2 months, etc., maybe 5-6 pounds a year, especially once you burn through those natty gains. Well, that's just the nature of the natural bodybuilding thing, man. It's long, it's tedious. You got to be on your game. When the other guys can party And when the enhanced athlete can go to the club and miss meals and miss workouts and just blow through workouts, you can't do that as a natural athlete. You must be on your P's and Q's. You gotta eat, you gotta prep your food, you gotta find the food, you gotta source the food, you gotta go to the grocery store, you gotta come back, package it, all that good stuff, right? You gotta love this in order to maximize those natural gains. It's tough. It's tough. For some of us, it's a full-time job, right? This is why I say, you know, sometimes guys come up to me and this and that, I say, bro, you really have to love this. It's a lifestyle. It's 100% a lifestyle, right? So anyways, I just wanted to make this video just because, again, don't get sucked into it, man. And again, I have nothing against guys who use PEDs. You know, maybe these guys want to compete. That's all good. I've never competed. I urge you to tough it out and think long-term in terms of your health, because eventually you'll be an older guy like me. You're going to be 50 at one point. So if you're in your 20s and 30s, you will definitely be older. And I think that's when you reap the benefits. You know, you'll have a healthier body, not ravaged by the effects of PEDs. And hopefully you'll still be strong in terms of joint integrity and minimal injury, all right? So anyways, I'm gonna leave you with this video. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. With that said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.